I know it's tough for you guys when you've got some teammates that can't travel or can't play in the games, and you know that they're I know they're on your mind, but we got a little bit of an idea from Coach Green that you guys are definitely on their minds as well. He was saying that after the game against Stetson, that it was almost as if you had a virtual classroom because they were all up on FaceTime on the bulletin board.
Yes, sir. We brought them up on FaceTime during our meeting at the end, and Coach Green had to like cover them up because we were talking and laughing after the win. But yeah, we're all very close, so we definitely wanted to be able to talk to them after the game.
I guess the only thing is when you're virtual, you can't get a Krispy Kreme donut. So you guys can get one of those donut stops coming up. I know you weren't quite able to get.
I think it was 20 miles away, so we were trying, but it was a little too far for us to try to stop. But we definitely love our Krispy Kreme, that's for sure.
Well, you guys, you just got to Google Maps every single donut shop.
I know.
Gay son, and make sure Coach Green's aware of it too. But let's talk a little bit about the game tonight. You finish up with 14 points, 6 of 11 shooting from the field. But let's talk about one of your teammates that doesn't really like to talk a lot about herself or talk in general. Benna Lindstrom. She
Yes,
had
sir.
points today and has really been lighting it up from three.
Yes, sir. She's been doing a great job. We call her a sniper at practice because she's always knocking down threes. So she really just stepped in and did her role, and I was really proud of her and happy for her.
Describe your game, because I think Bridget Redstadt earlier in the season, I think she said that you feel no pain. You like contact and you like being physical on the low block, but then you've also been shooting a really high percentage from three. How would you describe your game?
I've always described myself as an inside-out player, inside first and then outside. But yeah, I like to do both. I like to get inside and bang, and then be able to step out and shoot the three. And I think that when you're able to do that, it opens up more stuff inside, especially when you're able to knock it down outside. You can kind of drive around people and that kind of thing. And so, yeah, I've always been that kind of player. But
this Kennesaw State team, they didn't have any quit in them. They kept coming at you guys. Fourth quarter made it a close game again. At least made it. You guys have to kind of have a little bit of a pause there towards the end. What is it about them that just they're feisty, I guess?
yes, sir. They play really hard. They crash boards really hard. They're very aggressive, and so we knew that coming in that it was going to be a game. We had to rebound well and get after the boards, and so they just they're a good competitor and really gave us a little bit of battle, especially at the end.
All right, well, let's toss it over to Damien if you've got any questions. Damien from the News in Advance is in on the press conference as well.
Jordan, Maya had one of her quieter nights of the year, didn't get a lot of shots. With you and Bella being able to produce 24 points total, how much did that help being able to take advantage of some opportunities with them, sliding people over to try to make sure Maya wasn't involved on the offensive end?
Well, first, Maya's done a great job this year. She's definitely been great in the paint for us. But I think one of our strengths, and Maya will say this a lot too, is that we have depth in numbers, and I think we really able to utilize that. So if someone, if they're really, pounding in the paint on Maya and not letting her get the ball, other people can step up and do something. And so I think that's really a strength of our team, and I've been pretty confident in that, especially when we're missing a few players.
And playing for the second time in 4 days with a shortened bench, did we see some fatigue there late in the fourth quarter with you guys logging so many minutes?
I think so, a little bit, definitely. I was proud of our team for fighting through these last two games, but we definitely did sense a little bit of fatigue, and a few people did get tired for sure.
Now, what I've noticed in the two games against Stetson and Kennesaw State is you guys are sharing the ball really well. You shot better than 50% both games. You're assisting on nearly 70% of your made field goals. What's been a key here in this stretch to open ASUN play with a shortened bench to, with the ball movement being crisp and being able to get, good looks for players on the maybe second, third pass, so that way you guys, can build these leads and have an advantage like you did tonight to be able to withstand a late run from Kennesaw?
I think that throughout non-conference too has been our strength. One of our strengths is just sharing the ball and really getting good ball movement, executing our sets. And so I've been proud of our team for really utilizing each other. And I think as we go into our conference and continue to play games, that'll be something that we need to continue to do and continue to even get better at.
I talked to you earlier this season. You were just getting your feet wet early in the year after transferring, from two colleges to get here. And now that you've had a full non-conference slate in, and you're now getting a conference play, how do you feel you're meshing with this team, and how has your game evolved to where you're now, being put into the starting lineup with Bridget out and being, coming in and playing some significant minutes?
I could say it was nice to, get my feet wet, like you said, and, start to play again. And now that I've gotten used to it, I mean, we play every day at practice. Bridget and I go at each other, and it's really like it helps me be better, and I think it helps her get better. And I think that's really prepared me for playing some of these, big minutes and those kind of things. But like I said, I think I love our team. I think we have a great team. We have great chemistry. We have, numbers. We're in depth. And so all of those things have just made it easier for me to do my job. People share the ball, and as we continue to do that, it just makes me better, and we make each other better. And I think it's just awesome. It'll be great as we continue to go into conference.